guys, you're welcome to Hope Alive Therapy. So this is a question and answer session on Hope Alive Therapy. In case you're just joining us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we want to say thank you. Thank you to our subscribers. We love you so much. Thank you so much for all your effort. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for comment. Thank you for thumbs up. Thank you so much. So today, my last video, I spoke about codependency behavior. So I said I was going to answer some questions about codependency behavior today. So that would take me till how can I say? But before that, I want to ask you: Are you really fine? How are you doing? In case you have anything to tell us, probably something is bothering you and you don't know a way out, feel free to contact us on our Gmail. We'll be glad to give you a quick reply. So, going to my number one question on Open Life Therapy. So, somebody asked that, how do I know I'm a codependent person? Now, how do you know that you are a person that has a codependency behavior or a codependent person? Number one, if you don't know how to take your stand, we have some people who find it hard to stand alone. They just cannot stand alone. They cannot make decisions alone. They cannot do anything alone in their life. They are so weak without people. Now, I am not saying that you should not work with people. I'm just saying that there are certain times that you really find it hard to give yourself space. And at that moment, what you just need is space. But if you're finding it hard to really give yourself that space, then you are a codependency person. So number two, are you the kind of person that feels that you are addicted to a particular person? Probably you'd be like, you probably tell someone like, "I'm addiction." I can't, oh gosh, I don't really want to say some things, but probably if you feel like that, you should know that you have a codependency issue. Probably you feel like I can't do without this person, I can't do without that person, especially in issues like breakups. Probably you break up with a boyfriend or something, and you just feel like you can't do without that person, and you just feel like even knowing that the person was not good enough for you, and you just feel like you just have to keep pushing through, keep pushing. There are times that you just have to learn to let go. Yeah, if you really want that person to know the value of who you are, there are times like that you have to let go. So if you know you are just that kind of person that you are so addicted to a person, a partner, a spouse, and you just feel like even despite knowing the fact that the person is not good for you, or probably the person is not doing the right thing for you, and you feel you still want to sink in that relationship, you should know you have a codependency issue. So number three of it is that you know you have a codependency issue where it is actually hard for you to make decisions between right and wrong. Yes, probably you see something that is wrong and you don't even know how to make decisions. I'm like, okay, this thing is wrong, I don't need this, this thing is right, I need this. You have a codependency issue. So the number four of codependency issue is when other people's voice are controlling you, like you don't have a voice of your own, and it seems like it is what other people does or what other people do that actually influence you, then you have a codependency issue. Like you really need to work on it, you need to treat it and the likes like that. So based on these four facts, you can actually check if you have three to four of what I just said, then you really need to work on your codependency issue. The next thing is not you breaking up, the next thing is not you, the next thing is you learning to take a break. So that will bring me to the number two question. If I have a codependency behavior, how do I overcome it? Number one, always learn to define who you are. You have to understand self-concept. It is always very important in psychology. We teach a lot of self-concept so that you can actually have an understanding that okay, this is who I am. Number two, always learn to give people space. Is an art of how do I put it? Learning to check yourself through, see where you're wrong. Probably some people think I do that a lot, and when I do that, people tend to look at me. I'm like, what? There was a time I had to just lock myself up in a room for 3 days. Not seeing lights, not seeing anything. Why? It's not really because I don't like people or something. I love people, but there are times you just need to give yourself a break. Like learn to give yourself a break. You need it not for anything, but for your mental health, but for the fact that you're gonna need a something like to make certain decisions yourself, to take certain risk yourself. So you have to learn to give people breaks. Yeah, learn to give people breaks. Another thing is always learn to make your own expression. No, yeah, have that ability to express yourself. I think I got that. Probably maybe you find yourself in the midst of people and you guys are talking and you want to make certain decisions and you seems not to be okay with it. And you just feel like, okay, because my friends are doing it, I want to do it too. It's not done like that. There are times that in a social relationship, you have to learn to come out straight and just be like, okay, I'm not okay with this personally. And they'll be like, why? Is it because personally it's not okay for me? You see, no does not mean the end. No does not mean they won't like you. No does not, it just means that you know and you value your own standards. You have your own integrity. So sometimes in a bit of you not being trying to be too careful and you don't want them to hate you, you don't want them to keep malice with you don't want them it's actually immature friends that keep malice. Let me say that because naturally you might not even keep malice with people and just keep quiet and just be watching. It's not really because you hate them or anything. But people tend to misquote a lot of things in this part of the society and they just be like, okay, because she's not talking to me. No, you can just choose to be yourself. It doesn't change anything. I think that's one of the things that we don't know. But because of fear of rejection, being ignored and things like that, so we just tend to want to be follow anything that comes to us, any advice that comes to us, which actually doesn't really help things. So we have to learn to put ourselves in a situation where our no is our no and our yes is our yes. Then and number three of it is that when it's becoming an addiction is when when you feel or you begin to feel that you're not okay without a particular thing or a particular person. Codependency may not naturally be being too attached to a person. It can also be to a thing. People that get involved in to drugs these days are people that they've developed a codependency attitude through drugs. Probably they started from somewhere being into a situationship issue. We have situationship of sociological issue that can put you in that state. And probably at the end of the day, you smoked the first time, you smoked the second time, and you just feel like wow. And before you know it, they just develop a kind of codependency addiction on it. Like they just develop a kind of life that okay, they can't do without it. And before you know it, there's a part of their brain that is called the reward center that just get used to it and they just can't do without it. Why? Because the system in their body has developed an attachment to that particular thing, to that particular drug. So anything can be, even phone, you can have codependency with phone. What do I mean by that? When you are so used to phone, like that phone is just you can't do without, like probably 24 hours, you just can't drop your phone. I just like, okay, use this phone, just stay there. I don't like someone was telling someone that, okay, the person was telling them, can you do like just on your data, leave your data, let message be coming, just calm down, don't reply anything. I was like, I can't bear to see people test me and not reply them. Now, jokes apart, there was a time I forced myself, I had to do it. Why? Because when you are getting too addicted to something, there's a way your system, the system of your body gets how do I put it, get addicted to it and it becomes a codependency issue that you actually find it hard to separate yourself from that stuff. So that's that on codependency dependency questions and answer. And I look forward to a new topic next week as I'll be seeing you guys. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to give us thumbs up. Don't also forget to subscribe. If you have any question, you can keep it rolling. We sure give answers to them before we go into any other topic next week by God's grace. So I'll see you guys again next time. Thank you very, 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 very much. Bye bye.